Yo, what is up, guys? Back again to the channel. So today I'm gonna be talking about my favorite DC animated movies. Like, this is where DC is like peak at. You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of movies, the animated side of the movies this is where DC, like, you know what I'm saying? This is where DC hits like really good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get into the video. My favorite DC movies, anime movies. The list isn't in order because I just like added them. You know what I'm saying? Because like the ones that are my favorites. But I didn't make them in order, so like I just like, you know what I'm saying, I was just like add them, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get into the video. So first up we got Justice League versus the Teen Titans. I did like this one. I really did like this one. So basically we kind of get like, I wouldn't say I'm pretty sure this wasn't the this wasn't the introduction to the Teen Titans. I think it was Teen Titans Judas Contract, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. But yeah, this was part of like the DCAU, like basically like the DC Universe's MCU, but like in animated form, which I thought like was really good. I thought they were really good at that. But yeah, let's get into the video. But yeah, I really did like this. I like the fight scene between them. You know what I'm saying? I love how the Justice League, like imagine if the Justice League were turned evil, right? Who would stop them? And that's where you have the Teen Titans. Like some of them couldn't even stop them either. And like it was just really cool, and I love that part, and I love this. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a really cool movie overall. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I really did like it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, next up we got Flashpoint Paradox. I really like this movie. So basically, like, this is kind of like the Flash Point comic. This it's kind of pretty comic accurate, kind of. But yeah, this also had Reverse Flash as the villain. This also featured Flashpoint Batman, Thomas Wayne, an alternate version of Superman in a way. I would say, yeah, Aquaman 2. I think Aquaman in this movie was bad, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, though. I haven't watched this in a while, but I remember watching this, bro. I like this movie, you know what I'm saying? Reverse Flash as the villain was really great, man. I really did enjoy seeing him as the villain, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I really did enjoy this movie, you know what I'm saying? I do think this is like one of my favorite ones, and yeah, because like this is like the whole storyline that Flash, Barry Allen, I mean, goes back in time, saves his mother from dying, and that changes a lot of things throughout the timeline. You know what I'm saying? That's what like goes all crazy. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, next up we got Batman Under the Red Hood. This is my top 3 favorite superhero animated movies, man. This movie, like, is one of the greatest, man. It's literally the Red Hood. It's Red Hood. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was so interesting, man. Like this is like kind of like one of the first times we seen Red Hood on like in a movie form, and I really like that. I wish they did like a part 2 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or just a solo Red Hood animated movie. I would really enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? They just did that remake that like you get to decide the storyline. You know what I'm saying? But that was really corny. No offense, but like that was just really corny. I didn't really like that. And plus, like, I don't even, like, own DVDs, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I watch them at HBO Max, and I watch it. It's basically the same movie. The same movie, probably, like, with like, what do you call it? A narrative thing? Yeah. It was that, but that was it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was so short to a point where they had to add, like, mini, like, DC shorts about other characters, like Jonah Hex and stuff like that, in the end. Which, like, really sucked, man. Like, I was, like, really interested in seeing this. But it is what it is. It's alright, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. I really like this movie. I love the whole dynamic where Batman's figuring out, who is this guy? And I love that scene where he finds out it is Jason Todd. And when Alfred drops the plate, that scene is golden, man. In terms of, like, superhero movies, including animated movies, this is definitely on the list. But, yeah, I really love this movie. I remember watching this when I was really younger and, like, really liking it. And then, obviously, I watched it again. I watched it a couple times, like not too long ago. Obviously, about, like, probably, like, a year ago. The last time I watched it was probably, like, during, like, the quarantine time. Or, like, probably after, I think. But, yeah. Next up. But I really enjoy this movie. I really love it. Definitely in my top 3 favorite animated superhero movies. And, in my superhero movies of all time, like, in terms of live action and animated, this is definitely up there. But, yeah. Next up we got on the list is Batman Assault on Arkham. Literally, I'm not gonna kid you. I watched this like 4 days ago. Oh my god. Okay, I literally just found out that night when I was watching it because I was like searching up. I was thinking like, was this connected to the other Suicide Squad animated movie? But then I found out this was connected to the Arkham game. I was like, what? Like literally after I finished watching it, and I was like, what? And then I talked to my friends a bit about it, and like what I loved about this movie was that like it didn't interfere with the Arkham games. Like it was connecting the same universe, the same Batman, same characters. But the story didn't do much to harm the game. You know what I'm saying, the game storyline. Besides like the characters, different appearances. But other than that, like it was great. I feel like they should do more of that. More. I would love to see more Arkham movies, more like DC animated movies that are connected to the games. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like make the games like into like a movie form version. You know what I'm saying? But like obviously like make it like cut it short so into a movie. Where so in the game you basically see like the extended cut, you know what I'm saying? And you get to reenact it, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, like I'm not complaining. I love this movie, you know what I'm saying? I love this. And I honestly didn't know that was King Shark. Honestly didn't know that was King Shark until I was like watching the movie more and more. Bro, that did not look like King Shark, no offense, but that did not look like King Shark. Yeah, I thought it was Killer Croc most of the time, but yeah. I still liked it. I love Joker in this movie. He was kinda like more so the villain. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this movie. And yeah, I liked it, man. All the characters were awesome. Harley, Deadshot. There was that other guy who was Spider. I forgot what his name was, but yeah. And yeah, I'm Captain Boomerang, of course, and I really like this movie. You know what I'm saying? And obviously they also had Batman. That scene where the Suicide Squad are fighting the Batman was just really awesome, and the ending was really good. And yeah, great movie. Next up, we got Superman and Batman, Public Enemies. I like this movie. I watched this when I was really little. I remember seeing it on demand, and then like my father like playing it for me, and like I remember loving it, man. I'm pretty sure this is the one at the end where Shazam and Captain Atom have to fight them. I really like that. I really like that one. I really like that part. And I really like it. You know what I'm saying? I really love this movie. I haven't watched it in a while. But I definitely have to give it a rewatch. But like from what I've seen from that first one, is definitely one of my favorite, man. Like I've always like one of my favorite, like to this day my favorite superhero duo ever is Batman and Superman. I love their duo. You know what I'm saying? Like you have somebody who like for example like somebody sees that symbol of hope, and then you have somebody who sees him in the dark. I always saw it that way. But yeah, I always loved their duo, you know what I'm saying? Like, every time, like, say, for example, like, when I was younger, when I used to go get, like, toys, I used to always, like, whenever I got Batman, I had to get Superman. Whenever I got Superman, I had to go look for a Batman, you know what I'm saying? And I always loved that, man. And yeah, I always saw them as a duo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get one without the other, you know what I'm saying? And I always told myself, like, in the live-action universes, like, you can't have Batman without Superman. You can't have Superman without Batman. And I really like that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, like, overall, I really like this movie, and yeah. Next up, we got... Oh, shoot, I did it twice, my bad. Next up, we got Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. Man, I love this movie. I watched this I rewatched it not too long ago, and man, I love this movie, man. So basically, like, it's like the Justice League versus fighting counterparts of themselves. And in this universe, Lex Luthor and Joker were the good guys, man. That's crazy. And then I remember like they went to the Justice League universe asking for help, and obviously they had to go help. And Batman was a bit like, I'm not sure we should interfere with this. So I'm saying, but like in the end, obviously they have to interfere because they're the Justice League. But in a way, like it was kind of like the Justice League fighting like a bootleg version of themselves. But it was still cool. I loved it. And they were just pure evil. Like it was just as if like the Justice League were just evil people, like villains, and like. Owlman, bro, in the end, bro, he was just a straight up villain, bro. He literally wanted to destroy the entire multiverse. And then Batman outsmarted him, fixed the machine, and then when he died, Owlman, when he died, he was just like, he looked at the bomb and said, okay. And then, you know what I'm saying, he blew up. That was it, like literally that flipped on him. But yeah. If I'm not mistaken, from that movie Watchmen, I definitely want to make a video on it. I think I have with the underrated superhero movies, but I want to make another video on it. But yeah. Aquaman. I think that's the same character. Obviously not in the same universe, but like I think because no. I'm mistaken. Never mind. It's Night Owl, something like that. And then this guy is Owlman. I forgot. My bad. I'm mistaken. My bad. But yeah. Next up but overall, I love this movie. Yeah. Next up we got Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. Okay. This is basically the end game, the Avengers end game to the DCAU, the DC Animated Universe. And this movie did have flaws. I'm not gonna lie. It did have flaws. Some things I didn't like. Like the ending, I didn't really like it. But I love this movie. Like the whole idea of like having an army. Like I'm talking an army of Doomsdays. Paradooms. I loved that detail in the movie, which made this movie automatically my favorite. Like just imagine the Justice League, the Teen Titans, like all of them together, fighting an army of Doomsdays. Like Superman alone, one of the strongest characters in DC, one of the strongest characters, the strongest. It's debatable, whatever. But you know what I'm saying, the strongest character in the Justice League, him versus Doomsday. He can't even handle one Doomsday. You're telling me Shazam, not even Shazam can handle it either. Like he got his leg cut off. And then he had to say Shazam and only kill like 3. But it's crazy, man. When he sacrificed himself, he only killed 3 alongside of it. But like there were armies of them. And then Darkseid, like he was just a straight up menace, man. He didn't kill all the Justice League. He killed Aquaman. But then he took whatchamacallit? He took Superman, sprayed him with kryptonite. And basically, he couldn't use his powers anymore until the very end, which I'll probably get to that. I don't know. But then he took Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter. Who else? Starfire. And then there was one more. Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, and Starfire. I think that was 3. Just them 3. I think it was the Hawk Girl. But he took them. They obviously bled. They also got their pieces of their body cut off, and they mixed with like some robotic thing. And they were kind of working for Darkseid. Flash was non-stop running because he had to power this thing. Green Lantern died. Aquaman died. Who else died? Hawkman died. I think it was Hawkman too. I think it was never mind. I don't know. I might be mistaken. I haven't watched this movie not too long ago, but I still my memory's foggy. But I loved John Constantine in the movie. I loved all the characters in the movie. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like it was a bit arrogant. Like you can get where Superman is coming from. Like in the beginning, where it's we have to do this. So I'm saying, I'm just saying. Obviously, they didn't know. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm not sure. They didn't know that there were an army of Doomsdays. But if I was gonna go up to Darkseid's planet, it was smart for them to be like, oh yeah, we have the Titans on Earth. They will defend Earth while we go up to Darkseid's planet. I would have gone every single person I could have got my hands on. I'm talking the Green Lantern Corps. I'm talking Dr. Fate. I'm talking every single superhero on the planet and outside the planet. All of them unite. If all of them were together, I'm talking Dr. Fate, Green Arrow, a bunch of other them, bro, they all would have stand more of a chance. They still had a good amount of characters, but in the end, bro, they all lost, bro. It wasn't one of them could have just snapped their hands and them got an advantage. And I'm saying no, they all lost. They straight up lost, and that was pretty unfortunate. They obviously showed Damian. I'm not really a big fan of Damian Wayne in the DC animated universe. He just seems like a bit like a spoiled brat. But, I still I still think he's an alright character. Dick Grayson. They used him he was crazy. I feel like they should have done that. I feel like Dick Grayson has been the longer Robin. If anything, when Dick Grayson was Nightwing, I feel like he deserved to probably be in the Justice League. I've always thought that. At least Dick Grayson, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. And I liked it, you know what I'm saying? Overall, it was a good movie. It did have flaws. The ending scene where they're all sitting by the water and the water's coming at them, it's just I don't know. Not really a big fan of it, but I still liked it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and yeah. What else? We got Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. I like this movie. It showed me Bronze Tiger. I know who he was before this through the Arrow show. But I like this. You know what I'm saying? I really like how this movie was. You know what I'm saying? Suicide Hell to Pay. Reverse Flash was the villain, and literally this takes place like Reverse Flash's character takes place after the Flashpoint movie. So in the Flashpoint movie, Flashpoint Batman, Thomas Wayne shoots Reverse Flash through the head, and somehow Reverse Flash survives that, and he's like on life support. And they're going after this card that's like a hell pass, something like that. Like I guess like so even if you did some real fucked up shit, you don't go to hell. So that was definitely interesting. But yeah, thought that was crazy too. But yeah, those are an alright thing. Didn't think nothing of it. I did think of something of it. They were all going after it, and like it was great, man. I loved it, and I actually felt. And Vendel Savage was also in it. Who else? Solomon Grundy, he was also in it. I forgot the other. Killer Frost. Killer Frost. Who else? There was the other girl. I think she could scream though. I might be mistaken, but yeah. And there was other like Suicide Squad members too. And yeah, it was really awesome, man. I really liked it. And I might give it a rewatch tonight. I don't know, maybe, but yeah. Next up, we got Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. All right, I watched this and the first one for the first time. Because like leading up to the Batman, because I just wanted to like watch more Batman movies, like animated ones, and yeah. This movie is definitely up there for one of the greatest movies, like super movies. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like you have Batman who came back from retirement, right? It takes place after the first one, and he's here, he's back, he's trying to do his thing, and you can see Batman kind of struggling, like when he's like going up the pole, he's still got the fighting skills in him, but like it's just like he's getting old. You know what I'm saying? And that scene where Superman, where he, like it was really messed up. It was really messed up, like seeing both of them go after each other. This actually inspired Batman vs Superman the movie, but yeah. When he had Superman down and he was like, I want to be the only one person to know. But I forgot exactly what he said, but he said, I want you to know that the only person who beat you was me, and I love that part. And I thought that was really cool. The ending where he fakes his death and like he's training all these people to be Gotham's defenders. I love that, man. I love that. And, like, I love that they also had Oliver Queen. If you don't know, Oliver Arrow is my favorite live-action character because of the Arrow show. Live-action DC character. But, yeah. I love how they featured him. You know what I'm saying? I love how the backstory where Superman ripped his arm. I think that was brutal, but, like come on now. There was times where I was like, Superman, that's really messed up. Wow, you didn't have to do that to him. You know what I'm saying? But then there were times where I would agree with Batman, or there were times where I would agree with Superman. But then, like, you know what I'm saying? I like this movie. You know what I'm saying? I really liked it. Overall, it's a great movie. And also, like, the Joker scenes, he did kill the Joker. Like, it was just crazy, man. Like he was like, see you in hell. That was crazy. But, also, that scene where he's at that like talk show and he kills somebody, bro, that was literally in the Joker 2019 movie. That scene was ripped out from this like movie, had to be. But yeah, here we have Justice League War. This is basically kind of like the Justice League origin movie. You know what I'm saying? Like the origin Justice League movie where they all are introducing to each other and stuff like that. And I really liked it. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed it. That was a great movie. And yeah, I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Is this last on the list? Oh yeah, it is. But yeah, guys, those are my favorite ones. Some of them, there's still some I need to watch. There are some I need to rewatch. But yeah, overall, these are my favorite ones. I might do an update. Who knows? Might do a part 2. Who knows? And yeah, there are also other ones I have watched, but I didn't add to the list because they're just not my favorite. Like the Injustice movie. I thought it was alright. People say it was rushed. I mean, I can kind of agree. Overall, I thought it could have been better. And yeah, I mean, it was alright. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing too crazy. But overall, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. Comment your favorite DC animated movie or anything. If you agree with anything I said or anything you disagreed. And yeah, please follow, subscribe, and like and comment. Till next time, guys. Peace. Take care, y'all.